schools not too far from each other get to square it off for some SoCal supremacy.
Lauren Betts against Megan Harkey, and it's won back by UCLA. Off and running here from Pauley Pavilion. And inside, 2 easy points for Tamia Gardner. Able to cut back door, and it's 2-0 UCLA, 10 seconds in. Pepperdine off to a 1-1 start. Got a win over Cal State Fullerton to open the season, and then lost by 9 points 5 days ago against UC Irvine. A lot of Big West teams on the non-conference schedule for the Waves. Inside, hesitation around and out for McKenna Mastora, one of the 2 Mastora sisters in the starting lineup today for the Waves. Alina Arnasalo angling up and in. UCLA has made their first couple of buckets. And do want to note that Gabriela Jaquez is back today for UCLA after she missed Sunday's game against Colgate with an ankle injury. Kiki Rice remains out for UCLA. Officially day-to-day with a shoulder injury. And Arnasalo gets a hand in there for the steal. Behind the back into the front court with numbers. Jaquez inside for Betts. Going right at Harkey. And it's a quick start for the Bruins.
Again, it starts with Arnasalo. She moves quick, but she understands. She processes the game so quick. Steal it behind the back. Pass to the assist.
Pepperdine trying to gain their footing. New coaching staff this year for the Waves. And the 3 is off the mark for Emerita Masher, native of Helsinki. Got 2 Finnish players on the court right now, with Arnasalo of UCLA, also from Helsinki. And here she is with the basketball. Entry feed for Betts, the quick spin, and this time finishes with the left hand. 4 early points for Lauren Betts after she had a career-high 31 on Sunday against Colgate.
And that's how she got it, posting up in the paint. And she covers so much space with those pivot foots, with those spin moves from one side of the hoop to the other. She is real hard to stop.
Already 8-0 UCLA on home court. Dribble drive for Masher. Falling away. And it's out of bounds, staying with Pepperdine. Mentioned Kiki Rice is still out. Angela Dugalic, she is back from national team duty with Serbia, but she just played on Sunday, so she's going to be held out of this one. Let her get reacclimated. As Janiah Barker has a rebound and brings it forward, just checking into the contest. And Barker, a little off the mark, but Betts has the second chance points, already half a dozen for her.
And she wanted and one there after grabbing the offensive rebound and going through some contact. Barker quickly subbed into this game and quickly making an impact.
And Betts with the block, and she's got the loose ball, denying McKenna Mastora. Again, Betts inside, the double comes, and Arnasalo's 3 is good. 13-0 UCLA in the first 4 minutes.
That right there is why the Bruins can be so dangerous. Just when you expect it to go to Betts, and Betts again, she kicks it out and finds an open 3.
She's been distributing well from that post position. Has a rebound here for Arnasalo now. Freshman did it all on Sunday against Colgate. And now Jaquez wants to go to work in the post, but too strong. Pepperdine looking for their first bucket. They've had a challenging time just getting a shot off here so far. It is Malia Mastora, the older of the 2 sisters. Maggie Vick trying to hand it off, but Barker's got it. Barker to the rack. Lays it in for 2. Said after the Colgate game that we could do a better job with our urgency and consistency on defense, and so far so good. As Brubaker is off.
In that Colgate game, you let the offense think they can just roll up the court with no pressure, and then out of nowhere, boom, the press is on.
Bruins trying to start 3-0 for the 4th straight year. This one gets through to Barker. Just off the mark. Betts cleans it up, plus the foul.
Just great job following the play. There's no stopping her on the offensive glass, and really it seems like she gets fouled almost every play. They won't call it all the time because of her height and her strength, but you just got to put hands on her to try and stop her. That time there was no stopping her. She gets the first and one of the day.
So it's an 18-0 start for UCLA on home court. Pepperdine has not had an easy look yet, and the timer running down. Another outside shot, and Muka swishes a three, and the Waves have finally knocked the lid off the basket. Muka, a transfer from Cal. She had 10 points in the season opening win against Fullerton. Barker goes to work, and this time off glass and in for the Texas A&M transfer.
Fantastic drive by Barker. You don't really see her get a full head of steam because she's playing in the front court.
Muka got another one right before Lauren Betts could get there, and UCLA wants to call a timeout.
Looking at the record, you're seeing how the veterans gel with the new players, seeing what sets you like on defense and offense. It's really about feeling out the chemistry. That's the most important part of these first few games when you've got a new coach.
Pepperdine has gone to a zone. Jones thinks better of the deep three, wanders inside. Hawkes perhaps getting away with the travel. 6 on the timer. Dudley dribbles into traffic, gets it back, and is fouled. A disjointed possession there for UCLA as Pepperdine changes their defense.
You like to see the Bruins beat you that way as opposed to a million paper cuts with Betts and the front court going to work.
Back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances. Kendall Dudley goes 0 for 2. Still looking for her first points as a Bruin. And Barker, tough second chance. Very good rebounder here in the early going for UCLA. Off the dribble, Chloe Sattel kicks it out. And the three is around and out for Masher. Now Barker leads the break. Gardner rhythm three. She's got it, plus the foul. Chance for a 4-point play, as Tamia Gardner has been lights out from distance so far this season.
Shooting before she gets the ball, before the pressure comes. That time the defense did come and it did not affect her shot. Still love the aggression from Barker though. Ever since she came into this game about a minute or two in, she's been lights out.
Didn't look like Harkey realized she had a step there on Soka Ngumen. Now it's Masher reversing and finishing. It's the first 2-point basket made by Pepperdine. Barker takes the open look. And on the weak side, it is Soka Ngumen tracking down the offensive board. And Arnesalo wants to reset. To the corner, Hawkes. She knocks down the triple. Gabriela Hawkes' first made three of the season. And UCLA pushing for 30 points in the first quarter. Barker picks up her second foul here, and that means free throws are coming for Pepperdine with 44 ticks left in the quarter. Shooting right around 38% from distance. Small sample size, of course, but they were a low 30% three-point shooting team last year. 1 for 2 trip there for Masher. Arnesalo, nice feed, and Avery Kane goes off glass and in.
That was so pretty from Arnesalo. Looked like she kind of dribbled it out in front of her, and then all of a sudden it was a bounce pass with one hand.
Arnesalo showing off the handles. And Kane, the fellow freshman from the Central Coast, Santa Maria. About a 2.5-second differential between shot and game clock. And second chance points there for the tall Megan Harkey.
Great recognition by Harkey there. She knew the switch had her going for a rebound against a smaller player.
Hawkes open again. And off the mark at the horn.
Pepperdine going against some of the top teams in the area, UCLA, and some tough Big West squads. You'll only be better for, you'll only be more prepared for the WCC, especially with those new schools joining.
They've settled in after UCLA scored the first 18 points of the game. A 20-point lead for the Bruins as we begin quarter number 2. Lauren Betts back in for UCLA. And now trying to trap Muka, and Muka's got nowhere to go. She traveled. Quick pass inside for Betts. Looking to pass out of the post, and now it's Kane. Around and out from three. Gardner flies in to clean it up for second chance points.
I love the Bruins shooting more threes. Even if they don't fall, you got confidence in your front court to go and get the offensive rebound. Great offense so far from UCLA.
8 for Gardner, who has finished in double figures in each game so far. And Megan Harkey shows off the range. That was her first three-point attempt of the season, and she knocks it down. So Pepperdine, after a slow start, they're starting to make some shots from the outside.
That's knowing your assignment right there.
Gardner cannot answer.
Such a big difference between 8 and 9 players, right? All of a sudden, one player gets into foul trouble, and you've got 2 players left on your bench. So UCLA can play a little more freely today.
Gardner just gets herself inbounds after the missed layup by Masher. Betts running the floor, wants it, and finishes. She's now in double figures with 11 points.
The Bruins come at you with blistering speed on the fast break. Gardner got 2 feet in on the other end and just got the ball moving to the offense.
No surprise, UCLA dominating the paint so far. Now quick trigger 3, and that is buried. Chloe Sattel, true freshman, has started all 3 games this year for the Waves with all the seniors on the roster.
Quick trigger. We saw Colgate last time. They were moving a step faster than the UCLA defense. If you can get your shot up, you'll have a chance to bury the Bruins defense from the 3-ball.
Gardner flashing to the middle. Too strong, but Betts. More second chance points for UCLA. We've got 14 of those already.
When you have Betts lurking under the hoop, there's not an open shot you don't like. I like Gardner letting it fly, even though she's not the most comfortable with the mid-range shot, because she knows LB has her back.
Muka, her 3rd triple. The 3-pointers giving Pepperdine some life here in the first half. That's already their 5th made 3. Muka's got 9.
She's showing a little swag, too, on the offensive end.
Hawk has a quick answer in the mid-post. Muka using a screen from Maggie Vick. And has to pull it out of the post. Muka way behind the line, thought about the 3. Now trying to get herself inside, and a great feed, but Vick couldn't finish it off. UCLA shooting 63% so far. Jaquez inside. The hook crawls into the bucket. 7 for Jaquez.
Time she gets a foul, she has a turnover. You'll see in her face that she's disappointed.
Muka looking for her 4th, but that was her first miss from the outside. Avery Kane finds Betts. Now Gardner posting up across the lane. Around and out. Dudley able to save it in play. Another chance for UCLA. And from the corner, the 3 is splashed. Avery Kane.
Kane was calling for it in the corner, and just off that shot form, you knew it was going in so pure.
Offensive foul. 3 freshmen on the floor right now for UCLA. Jones fired a pass right to Muka. 2-on-2. And Jones commits a foul. Thought she had it away cleanly. Free throws now for Muka. And she is now in double figures. Previous experience with the Albanian U18 national team before going to college. 4 years at Cal. And now closing things out in Malibu. Makes them both. She's up to 11 points. And UCLA doubling up Pepperdine.
Zone defense for Pepperdine. There's going to be an open 3-ball on this possession.
Jaquez sets her feet. Follows up her own miss, but had it knocked free. Arnesalo's got it. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Barker flying in, and she cashes it off the glass. Barker also back in, playing with 2 fouls. She has been very aggressive on the offensive end.
You love to see it, Nick. Barker taking it to the defense. They didn't have that in the game plan. They weren't expecting her to dribble drive so much, and she's been unstoppable today.
Barker, 10 points total in the first 2 games. She's got 8 here so far today. And now Harkey, this time misses it all on the 3. Made one earlier. Pepperdine just 2 of 15 on their 2-point attempts. Dudley, too strong on the 3. And the rebound tipped out for Arnesalo. Whip back in for Barker. She's got 2 more. And joins Lauren Betts in double figures for UCLA.
Beautiful pump fake by Barker. Watch her defender fly right by and get an open layup.
Barker out of Marietta, Georgia. Former number 3 recruit in the country out of high school. Now in her junior season. 90 seconds to play first half. Muka forcing one up. Barker's got the rebound. 3-on-2. No look. Trying to find Jaquez. But it was Mastora taking it away. And they're 2 of 6 at the line. McKenna Mastora knocks down the first. She transferred in from Division II Cal State San Marcos. So they had been apart for a little while and now come back together here with Pepperdine. They've been held without a field goal now for the last 6 minutes of game time. Barker able to keep her pivot foot. Left it short, trying to go over Vic. And now a scramble for the loose ball.
Back down and then kick it to the corners for 3s. They will be open.
Zania Soka Ngumen across the way. And a foul called.
They'll start falling, and this is all for use later in the season when you come in shorter minutes with a shorter leash.
Played alongside Kendall Dudley and Kiki Rice at Sidwell Friends School in D.C. And goes 2 for 2 there. It's a 50 spot in the first half for UCLA. Addie Malone checked in moments ago. Now handling the basketball. And an offensive foul. Dudley sets her feet for 3. And well too strong, but Jaquez keeps it in play for Barker. Now Barker had it stripped, and it's McKenna Mastora. On up ahead, and it's Malia. Had it rejected, Avery Kane, the wipe away defense. He back out up top for Malia Mastora. Wade's going to play for the last shot. Mastora the crossover and able to lay it up and in. And that snaps a 7-minute streak without a made field goal. Bruins pick second in the Big Ten preseason poll. Still some runway before we get to conference play this season. Still pretty new as we're underway in the third quarter. Pepperdine shooting 27% in the first half. And the wing 3 is off for McKenna Mastora, but an offensive board tracked down by Emerita Masher. And now it's Masher willing herself inside, left it short. Able to get a piece of it, but Arnesalo ultimately collects it for UCLA. But a wild pass out of bounds. Jones spun around, couldn't track it down. Back-to-back Sweet 16 appearances for UCLA, but they've got their sights set this season on something far greater than that. Out of bounds, Sattel backed herself up behind the three-point line and too far towards the sideline seat. London Jones, no points in the first half. And now Betts follows up her own miss. Third time's the charm for Lauren Betts.
That's the matchup we came to see, Betts versus Harkey, and 3-4 times in a row, Betts got the better of her, getting her shot off and getting the rebound for herself too.
Sattel dumps it off for Harkey. Great offense for Pepperdine. She's now got a double-double, 15 points and 10 rebounds, her second in the first 3 games.
If you don't like it, stop her from getting boards.
Barker falling away. Another offensive board for Betts, and she heads to the foul line.
That 3-point shot on the wing that she likes so much. She ran in and
bounced around the country while her father, Andrew, played professional basketball. Muka back in for Pepperdine. She's their leading scorer with 11 points. And off the handoff, the long 2 is knocked down again right in front of the outstretched arm of Lauren Betts.
Her shot is good from wherever on the floor. She was going to put up the 3 there. She realized I'm inside the arc. Just a nice little fist pump to celebrate.
54-29. Barker, shot fake, and finishes. All kinds of traffic there in the post. It's a dozen for Janiah Barker. Jaquez staying right in front of her. Doesn't use the screen this time. All the way, and it was short. Betts, no doubt, affecting the shot. Jaquez, extra pass for Barker, all alone. Offensive rebound, Dudley, and a foul. 3rd game in 8 days for this UCLA team, going back to the opener, as this will stay with UCLA. So perhaps a chance for Rice to be able to see the floor soon, because they are only going to have 1 game now in the next 12 days.
A well-deserved break for the Bruins, but in the meantime, as Barker puts another one up and in, you love for Coach Close to see what she has deeper on the bench, and who knows, the way that this backcourt is playing right now, it'll be some competition for Kiki to get back on the floor.
4.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. And falling away, Sattel. Deep 3 there. Barker another rebound. She's closing in on a double-double. Betts calling for it. She's got it. And finds a cutting Jaquez. And that is right how you draw it up. 3rd assist for Betts in this one. Has really improved her passing out of the post this year.
All her teammates are going to love her so much now that she's dishing it off and giving easy buckets. That time it's Gabriela Jaquez finishing on the left side.
Muka rolls in another triple. That is her 4th. Up to 16 points.
I might expect you to favor the right, but Gabriela puts it in no matter the side.
16 assists on 25 buckets today for UCLA, and give them a 17th assist as Zania Soka Ngumen has her first bucket from the floor in her young college career. The WNIT back in 2019. As there's a misfire from distance for McKenna Mastora. Dudley fires to the corner, and Kane's 3 is pure. Count it, plus a foul. And there's a foul on the interior, so the basket is good. And it's a loose ball foul against UCLA. And it goes against Soka Ngumen.
Despite the foul, Kendall Dudley made that whole possession and score happen. She did a great job managing the switch on the defensive end, and there you see the assist. Big Z with the little push in the back, getting ready for the board. She didn't even need to get ready because the shot was so pure.
Second made 3 for Kane. Final 2 minutes of this 3rd quarter. And UCLA really pressuring the basketball. Sattel, she knocks down the 3. That is her 2nd. Pepperdine has made more 3-point field goals than 2-point field goals today. The 3 ball is good. Rattled home by Alina Arnesalo.
There's the shot we saw on Sunday. Arnesalo staying hot.
UCLA a little cooler from the outside today, just 31%. And that 3 way off the mark for Ella Brubaker. Arnesalo through the lane, scooping up and in, coast to coast for the freshman.
a really thorough, really well-learned UCLA squad.
Closing moments of the third now. UCLA led by 25 at the break, now lead by 35. Sattel fires another three off balance. Offensive rebound. And left short. Another try for Mastora. Will not go. And now a foul called. First foul shot in for Mastora. Starter this year for the Waves after she was a consistent reserve player for the Gales. Final chance of the quarter for UCLA. London Jones still looking for her first point. She'll have to wait for the fourth quarter. UCLA has expanded there. Arnesalo over to Baker and getting Betts involved as she's back into the game. Had it knocked free and down onto the ground. Getting in there, McKenna Mastora. Jump ball, will give it to Pepperdine.
Nick, I'm not a lip reader, but I can kind of get what the hand signals were coming from the UCLA bench. They wanted that ball swung out quick. They saw the pressure collapsing on Betts, the double, even a triple team, and that's where we want Betts to keep passing the ball and getting open looks for her teammates.
Harkey left alone, and she's able to scoop it up and in. The ball pressure from UCLA allows her to sneak behind the defense. London Jones, she's on the board. Jones had missed her first 5 attempts from the floor and knocks down the triple here.
That lefty shot is so pretty, you'd think she's shooting 100% from the field.
McKenna Mastora out to Malia Mastora. And lost it off the baseline, out of bounds. Jones trying to heat up. Barker climbs for the rebound. And second chance points for Janiah Barker, having an outstanding day. 16 now for Barker. And a 3 to answer for the Waves, McKenna Mastora. She had been 0 for 7 from the floor. And now a steal. Brubaker gets a hand in there, but it's returned by Arnesalo. And now Jones collides with Mastora. And Jones holding her head. Mastora still down as well. A couple of consecutive turnovers there leads to the violent collision.
She plays 100% effort at 100% of the time. Really glad to see that she's all right, and the coaching staff was quick to help her out. Just an ultimate competitor. She's never going to give up. Just a little bit of hot potato. First you think Arnesalo has it, then LJ kind of slowed down. She didn't see the pressure coming. Gets hit in the head. That's a scary sight. Hoping for the best from her.
Onto the training table just behind the bench now. Paquez replaces her on the floor. Inside for Betts. This time she gets the pass away, and Barker the beneficiary. 2 more.
That's the idea right there. The double comes on Betts. She dishes it quick. Great cut by Barker.
Quick answer at the other end. Count the bucket there. Kane the foul on the other end for UCLA. Harkey can't finish off the three-point play, and Kane the rebound.
That's how this Bruins offense can truly get unlocked.
Bad pass from Barker, not on the same page with Betts, right to Sattel. Muka back in, running the point now for Pepperdine. Harkey to Sattel. 5 to shoot. Quick trigger. And she's fouled on the closeout by Barker.
Every single time she touches the ball, whether it's called for a foul or not, there is always constant pressure, constant contact on Betts. It's no wonder she doesn't get scraped up more.
Sattel splits the pair. Still a 32-point lead for UCLA. Pepperdine outscoring the Bruins by a point so far in the quarter. Dudley inside, too strong off the glass, but it's cleaned up. Zania Soka Ngumen with the second chance point. 7 to shoot. Muka through contact, and she'll head to the line already with 16 points. Pepperdine, by the way, they're going to have some changes coming to their campus. Long time coming, but they're finally going to replace Firestone Fieldhouse as the home for their basketball and volleyball programs. Broke ground on a new complex last year that is expected to be ready for the fall of 2026. They're going to have a new 3,600-seat arena as well.
But can they please keep the court the same? I love that court at Pepperdine.
Certainly hope so. Always a good spot to go up and catch a game in Malibu. Dudley stays in bounds this time. Long rebound collected by Hawkes. Arnasalo into contact, draws a foul. Corey Close not surprised at all with what Arnasalo has been able to do in these first 3 games, with Kiki Rice out so far this year. Down the lane, up and in, 20 points for Muka. That leads all scores today.
Great take there, taking advantage of miscommunication or no communication from the UCLA defense on the switch.
Arnasalo downhill, kicks it out to Dudley. Reset here for UCLA. Arnasalo knocks down the triple. $14 for Arnasalo, and that's an easy take for her when you go under the screen.
She's so fast, so you have to go under because she'll beat you to the hoop if you go over, but she's knocked down to 3 to make them pay.
And Helena Friend able to count. It was a hot start from the outside for Pepperdine, but they have cooled off. Arnasalo muscling inside. We'll get another trip to the free throw line.
She is just so impressed in these first few home games.
16 now for Arnasalo. Got double-doubles for both Janiah Barker and Lauren Betts. And less than 2 minutes to go. Friend trying to scoop it up towards Vic. That's easy pickings for Kendall Dudley. Bounce pass for Hawkes. Fast break points for UCLA.
Fantastic bounce pass, and Hawkes is so automatic under the bucket, left hand or the right hand. Under pressure, under the hoop, she's still putting it in.
Friend from inside the free throw line. 5 points for her. How about 52 points in the paint for UCLA today?
Wow. Shows you exactly the way they like to play. They'll leave you with a few bruises once the game is done.
From the outside, Gardner off the heel, but Arnasalo tracks it down, and Hawkes has 2 more. She's up to 13 now with those last 2 makes.
Arnasalo trying to hide that cheeky smile. I saw that no-look bounce pass. I see you.
9th assist for Arnasalo. As we're in the final minute now. Johnson from the corner, off the side of the backboard. And Arnasalo brings it across the timeline, looking for Hawkes again, towing the end line, able to keep it in. And it's worked back out. Kane in and out on the triple, offensive board, Hawkes, and she's got 2 more. Little burst from Gabriela Hawkes here in the closing moments, gets UCLA above the 90-point mark. Final seconds here for the Waves. It's Johnson. And that'll do it from Pauley Pavilion. A wire-to-wire victory for number 5 UCLA.